Hello guys, this is Navid and I want to use a Turtlebot in a hospital. I want to use ROS software to simulate this Turtlebot in a simple hospital, and I want to introduce the steps for you step by step. If you want to do the same project, or if you want to use some steps of this project, then you can use this tutorial. So, first of all, I want to tell you that what's the benefits to use a Turtlebot in a hospital. The first thing, it may have delivered some requirement to patients with. For example, if the patient needs pills or drugs or something, so it can deliver it to the patient. And also, it can navigate doctors, nurses, and other staff maybe to the patient, and so the other services that it can do. If it has artificial intelligence, and it can also connect with internet or with Wi-Fi or with any other ways to the devices which is measuring the life signals. For example, the device that shows the heart wave. So if there is some problem, the robot can go to the patient very fast, and these services it can have. So it is a very good project. In order to do this project, there is some steps that we have to do in ROS simulator first, and then maybe we want to do it in experimental way. So the first thing is to set up the Turtlebot file into workspace. So what I should do is to create a workspace, and inside the workspace I should have all the files of Turtlebot, and so I will have the package and everything that the Turtlebot have. The next step is to launch this Turtlebot in an empty board. Okay, so when I can run it in empty board, after that I should be able to navigate this robot with keyboard, very simple control. Okay, then the robot should have obstacle avoidance algorithm, which it is very important to use the robots, for example, laser or ladder, I don't know, whatever it have, and then it can move from the obstacles if there is anything in front of the robot. After that, the robot should be able to move from a point, an existing point, to the goal point that it should go and access there. Okay, so the next step is to design the hospital environment in Gazebo software. Why? Because whenever I can control my robot in an empty board, and maybe I will add some obstacles in front of the robot when it moves, and the robot can go through this obstacle and don't hit any of them. So it should be able to go in a hospital from the maybe nurse station point or any existing point to another point that the robot should go. So in software or in simulator part, in simulating part, we will use Gazebo software. So that's why we should design our hospital in Gazebo software. After that, we will launch our Turtlebot to hospital environment. It is not very hard step, because we will see one way or two ways which can launch our robot into a hospital. After that, our robot should have artificial intelligence system to be able to do some aims automatically, and then it should be able to make the hospital's map with some map making algorithm. So, and the last one is to have some steps to, for example, other services, as I told you, something like, for example, it can have some schedule to call the nurse, for example, to check some data, or maybe it can have some communication with devices to, for example, do the checking of devices, of echo devices, and these things. Okay, so it seems it is very good. So let's go and do that.